1919, Amritsar, Jallianwala Bagh. On a hot April day, 20,000 Muslims, Hindus and Sikhs have gathered together. It is a festival of Vaisakhi, but also a protest against a draconian colonial law. The Rowlatt Act, passed in March 1919, gives police excessive discretionary power to repress the Indian population. Gandhi leads a boycott. Muhammad Ali Jinnah writes, "A government that passes or sanctions such a law forfeits its claim to be called a civilized government." And he resigns from the Legislative Assembly. Lahore is at a boiling point, anarchically ablaze with protesters. On April 10th, two respected leaders of Amritsar, Saifuddin and Satyapal, are arrested and disappeared. Finally, on April 13th, British officers move to ban public gatherings. And yet, come Vaisakhi, Jallianwala Bagh is teeming with thousands of people, simultaneously a celebration and a protest against the colonial powers. General Dyer surveys the crowd. Men and women, children and elders are blocked off from all sides by 10-foot walls. The 5 narrow exits are blocked by Dyer's soldiers. He then orders his group of 90 Sikh, Gurkha, Baloch and Rajput soldiers to open fire on their own people. 1,500 people, with no way to escape the onslaught of bullets, lose their lives. 100 years later, there has been no accountability from the British government on the ruthless massacre of the Muslim, Hindu and Sikh who were at Jallianwala Bagh that day in 1919. In the investigation following the massacre, General Dyer admitted that he wanted to punish the Indians and that he ordered his soldiers to fire indiscriminately until their ammunition was exhausted. But the investigation found Dyer not guilty of any crime because his actions were condoned by the British government. To this day, the British own up to less than 400 deaths and refuse to issue an unequivocal apology. But Jallianwala Bagh marked a turning point for the end of colonialism in the subcontinent, with leaders like Gandhi, Jinnah, and Nehru gaining momentum for their independence movements alongside various revolutionary groups in a populace tired of colonial violence. But what does it mean for generations of people to have to live with the consciousness that they were forced to assassinate their own? What happens when such violence is erased or pushed to the margins of our history books? What does it mean when a majority of British citizens are proud of their colonial past and unaware of the trauma it caused other peoples? The scars of Jallianwala lie not only in the bullet holes still visible in Amritsar today, but also in the memory of a people viciously exploited and brutalized by an unrepentant power.